What's up guys, welcome to howtomath.com. In this video we're going to continue our series on the basics of fraction, and in the previous video we have learned about the meanings and representation of fraction. So if you watched the previous video, we used pizza as context to learn about the basics of fractions. In that situation, Dan ate one part of a pizza divided into equal parts, into 8 equal parts. So if we have a pizza and we divide it into 8 equal parts, probably large slices. So one was eaten by Dan, and that's 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8. And we represented that as 1/8, which is one of the representation of fractions. This is read as 1/8. Okay, although nowadays many people read it as 1/8. Now, just a brief recall, the number at the top is called the numerator, and the number at the bottom is called the denominator. Now, again, this is called the fraction bar. This is the fraction bar. Fraction bar. Okay, so in this video, we're going to learn about the terms used to describe the relationship between the numerator and the denominator of fractions. So the first term is called proper fraction. So proper fractions are fractions whose numerator is less than the denominator. So numerator less than the denominator. Can you give examples? So 1/8 is an example of 1/8 is an example of proper fraction. What else? 3/5 is an example of a proper fraction because the numerator here is less than the denominator. What else? 4/9, 2/11, and so on. Now, what if it's the other way around? The denominator is less than the numerator. So that's called improper fraction. Here, the numerator is larger, or maybe we call this also smaller. If we are going to use larger, we will use smaller here. Smaller, larger, or equal, so to the denominator. So this time the numerator is larger or equal. Examples: 5/3, what else? 11/3, 11/4, 5/2, 12/5, or 12/5 if you want, and so on. Oh, sorry. What about the equal part here? 7/7, or 5/5. So those two are also improper fractions. The third classification is called the mixed number or mixed fraction. So here, aside from the proper fraction, we have a whole number. So this is whole number, and proper fraction together. So example, 4 and 2/5. 3 and 1/4. 10 and 4/7, and so on. So here 4, 3, and 10 are whole numbers, and 2/5, 1/4, and 4/7 are proper fractions. Okay, that's it. Our discussion is on the types of fractions, which relates the numerator and the denominator. Okay, I hope you've learned something from this tutorial. We will be discussing more tutorials about fractions in the next video. See you.